Hey y'all, dedicated father here. Today, really kind of talking about something popped in my head just randomly. Actually, today, no real rhyme reason. It when we think about our kids, we think about sports or activities that they're doing. It seems common sense. Put them in activities they want to do or that are strong assets with what they have. If you have a kid who's really fast and really good with their feet, soccer's probably going to be where they excel. If you have a kid who's got some great hand-eye coordination, you got, basketball, baseball, football, whatever the case may be. Girls that are real agile, they're going to be in gymnastics or cheer, or there's all these different activities. But what I see in a small town Texas here, where it's a lot of times the parents are putting the kids in activities that are suitable for the parents. So you have schedules. Sometimes they'll pick just off schedules. Kind of get that one. But then they'll go off of trying to live through them. They couldn't do their cheer, or they they want their kid to follow their footsteps, so mom puts daughter in cheer, or kid guy lived his life through football through high school and wants his kid in football. Whatever the case may be. But I'm watching these parents put their kids into sports and push them through sports or push them into different activities for their own needs. An example I know of one that she had pushed her daughter into tons of different sports over and over and over again, starting at soccer. And then, and a lot of little kids, 3 years old or so, start at soccer, right? And it's just like herding cats. You just watch them out there, not, crying or whatever. But then from there, it was every activity that woman wanted her daughter to do. And as I watched that happen in this small town, it was wherever that woman wanted, whatever clique she wanted to be a part of, she would enroll the kid into the sport that clique's kids were in. And then when there was an outing there, or they learned something about her they didn't like, and everyone kind of looked sideways at her, instead of talking about it, owning it, whatever the case may be, that's their business. But she would find a different clique, and suddenly the kid would be switched to a different sport. Meanwhile, the kid can't get good at any sports because they keep getting bounced around. I've seen, and that's just one example, but I've just seen it in so many different ways where these kids are getting pushed back and forth and back and forth. I have a good friend of mine. His son, he plays baseball for a college team now, and football was always his. That was his goal. He wanted to go to college on football. Well, right at the end of his high school aspect of it, he had got offered through baseball, and he was waiting on a football offer, but then he hurt himself. The baseball side of things, they were willing to wait for him. They're like, "You're good enough. We want to wait. We'll wait through your injury. We'll still keep this spot for you." And football never came. In his sense, he excelled at one sport, and it's paying for his college. That's great. But his parents never pushed him into any sports. These are the sports they like, but the kids chose which way they wanted to go on that side of it. And at a certain time, you have to make sure they start the sport. You're going to finish. You're going to at least finish the season. You don't get to give up. I'm a firm believer of that. So if they say, I want to go play, basketball because my friends are playing basketball, that's great. You're going to finish the season, though. I don't care if you're sitting on the bench because that's where the coach wants you. You're going to finish. That's what you do. You don't give up. That's not teaching any good life skills either. But I just watch so many situations where these kids are just being herded, and they don't even know what's going on. They don't know they're being used in that sense. Parents may not even realize they're using them in that sense. I do see it more. I do see more on one side than the other, but either way, none of it's good. We can't be doing that. And that being said, when we're pushing them that way and then we're hard on them, okay, well, why aren't you doing this? We're yelling from the stands, hit the ball or whatever, swing. We're sitting there yelling at them and being hard on them, and they don't even want to be out there. They never wanted to be out there in the first place. When they're older, they're going to realize that. They're going to know what you did. It may take a little while, but they're going to resent because of it. So that's where I really wanted to go on to today, is just making sure we're doing things for the right reasons when it comes to our kids. We're not being selfish about it, because that will always come to backfire on us. Y'all, I hope y'all have an amazingly blessed day. Be strong, raise them right.